Hello guys, 2018 and 2017 I think it was on about on YouTube, people's money getting cut back, child benefits, and that's my main concern. Is basically I think it's absolutely wrong in a way it comes, because like I can understand what you're trying to say. You come from in a way the parents have to think, and they would feel better for the child to survive, for the survive, to put food on the table, so they get toys. I can understand stuff like that, but other ways you don't understand. It's absolutely quite sad, to be honest, and I don't find it quite a laughing matter. Give them 50 pence a day. What's all that about? How are they meant to? No offence, they couldn't even pay the rent with that. 50 pence a day, 50 pence a week, sorry. And they couldn't even pay the rent with that. You know, they could get that with that. A smart 1 bar price a day chocolate, and two, and in 1 Haribo's and 2 strawberries. That's it. What the fuck's that to 1 kid? If I've got 3 kids, do you know what I'm saying? That's all. What's that gonna survive? A fucking smart price chocolate bar and 2 packs of Haribo's and 2 strawberries. Get fucking real, guns, you know what I mean? Really? You know, absolutely disgusting. Just absolutely are. And he's making it harder for people who are like, who can't get a job, who finish, right? It's absolutely wrong. And then people who are really in the wheelchair, who are really ill, sick, right? You're making it hard for them as well. And then the ones who are like a smackhead, say if I was a drinker, you make it easy for me. No, it's wrong. It works on both ways. So if you're a smackhead, they should sign on. They should do this. They don't. They get it all easy. You're a drug user, you're a sex user, you're a drug user, whatever. They get absolutely fucking bollock easy. And that's absolutely wrong. It's absolutely sick. No wonder we never have more money. And he's all whinging about I've never have no money for the country to run. About like about stuff like ambulance service going down, like doctors, social services, support service, things like that. Youth groups, services, support workers, you name it. Gym, after clubs, Red Dreams. So like what that is basically like it helps people with the competition, rap, they can do music. So it's like they can get their limits a bit better. And they can't do things like that because they're struggling to get funding, because the news guys are putting cutbacks and places are getting shut down for views. It's absolutely disgusting, because it's not a joke. We are flinging money out at stupid people who are not entitled to our own benefits, like people who got bad backs and stuff like that. And I think it's disgusting. Like, there's one person out there, I shouldn't mention him, but I am, Sean Ray. He says he's got bad back and you've got knows what, and he holds 6 up. Bollocks. And he's claiming money for fraud as well. There you go. I don't know about his girlfriend, but I know Sean's claiming money for now. Sean Ray's called. He was living in that pool. He's living in Millsborough now, but moving to Darlow. And he's claiming for money for now as well. And that's where we have to pay our money out. For sick, dirty little tramps like that. We should pay our money on sensible things like not a fucking light bulb. For God's sake, governments, come on, use your brains. Like, we put money into hospital, not money on the road. I know they have to pay a lot of money, but you got to think of things like what we need, not what we want, what we need. Like doctors, we need. It's very needed. Doctors, support workers and social workers, things like that. youth groups, I wouldn't say we sort of need that, because it's not a want. It's not a need. It's a want in it, because it's like a youth group to keep the child out of trouble. It's not a want. It's a need. It's not. I mean, not a need. It's a want, because they want that because they can keep their mind thing. I can understand that. It would be nice to have that, but we all can't have what we want. But what I'm trying to get the facts is, stop spending fucking stupid money on stupid things coming, like smackhead, alcohols, drinkers, you name it, drug users. We spend our money on stupid things. Money on roads, fixing roads. People like who have claimed benefits and have say they have a bad issue, bad back, or they may say, oh, they've had a bad back spine, they haven't proved that, put it on, or people like saying illness, or they're sick after food and stuff like that. And it's not a joke, and I think it's absolutely dirty, absolutely disgusting when people do that. It's absolutely disgusting. The tramps that hobble. I might look like one, but just because I haven't had a shave. I can afford a shave, just I'm in the middle of moving. That's why I haven't had a shave, okay? Before you judge me, in case you think I'm fault. But hang on, stop calling tramps. It's because I haven't had one, because got shavers, got finnies, I'll put everything away. I'm not going to go through all the boxes just to get a shave, okay? Just to keep you guys happy, okay? Let you know, before you judge me, okay? And basically, what it is, it's just I'm not happy because we pay money on silly things. Like now on, we should pay our money on, like, doctors, like I've just explained. Things like that, what we've just explained, sport work, social work. God, no. The reason why I'm saying we need them things, it's a need, like, because people who are on drugs, right, they can support us. They can help us with that. They can help us with our finance. They can help us support with our money. They can help us pay our bills. And support work is sort of similar, but a social worker is more on a side, like if you've had a baby, or you've taken drugs, or you're going through a bad time at home. Things like that, people who are out there having bad times. So that's what a social worker is. It's a bit more serious on that side, is basically. And that's why we should pay our money into things like that. Not stupid things like feeding a drug addiction, feeding a food addiction, right? Feeding a food addiction. What we should do, right, the way I look at it, if we are entitled to it, we shouldn't be getting a ridiculous amount. I'm sorry, you might think, you're a grateful bastard. No, I'm not a grateful bastard. We should get paid enough so we can survive, proper survive. And what I'm saying by that, so I'm simple, we can pay all our bills, we have a nice little doggy. If we've done saving, we've done our saving, really saved up, we have a nice little doggy. We pay all our bills in time, and we should, like, have something like, I don't know, £100 a month. That's it, cap, you know what I mean? But where people are breaking into it, thousands, they are paying all the bills, and they've got, like, God knows what, £700 a month? Like, it's absolutely wrong. People who are on benefits, like, certain people who are ill, are getting £700 a month. I'm not trying to offend you guys who think they are. It's just, I'm trying to make a point, basically, you people are entitled to it, shouldn't be getting that much, because that's where our money, that's where people who, you know what I mean, I'm not being nasty, it's just them people who have worked their backside, and I mean backside, left outside day, they get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, go chefing, chop potatoes, you name it, wash potato, back inside and wash up pots and back and scrub, and it's not easy work. Do you know what I mean saying, yeah? And it's not fair, people who have benefits like me. And I'm not offending them. I'm great when I get. I'm great. I'm just trying to make a point, governments, when you're saying, Oh, we don't have no money. We don't have no money. Our doctors is getting shut down. This is getting shut down. Think about positive things like, well, we shouldn't pay our money on this, that, and not as much. And responsible, like, and how we should get it. If you just want to go on, like, we are treated like a baby, what you should do, right, is people who are not very good at budgeting, put me on the spot where I said, it's common sensible, isn't it? But we are sort of good budgeting. I'm not being funny. You shouldn't put it, I know we are going a bit over daft here. How they should do it, right? Basically, to make it completely easier, pay the rent and give them a certain amount, not do much. So if I'm simple, if it was only one person of living there in a flat, one person should be entitled of £50 a month for the food, right? Then you should give them £37 for water. But you don't give them money for, like, luxuries. Oh, I want 4 contracts in my name. I want that in my name. Or I want this. Oh, I fancy a new car. Tough luck. You need to cut things back out like that. But people who, like, really need that car, then give them that extra bit of money towards it. But in a sensible way. What I mean by that bank transaction basically means you pay for the cars for them, but in a reasonable certain amount, and a legal way, and a contract, and sign it. Thingy. And when they give it back, £250, if they haven't finished, that's fair due. But is the way they should do it, say, when you like owe money back, like things like that, they should take it out to a certain amount, like they do now. That's great. But in case in future you think, oh, we just take it on one go, we're going to get worse, we're going to cut backs like you're doing now. People who are like, yeah, people are nothing wrong with them. I really get you where you come from. They do need to get a job. And I do pretty sure this, you know what I mean? But, if they've got 3 kids, they shouldn't have had the kids in the first place. But they didn't know that certain stamps was going to happen. Then they didn't think of the future. And they should have done. Think, oh, well, what my money got caught. But they're not going to think of that, are they? They're not really going to think like that. I wouldn't think like that. So I'm not going to accuse them about bits like that. But at the end of the day, you can't just give the 50p a week for the rent. Whatever culture. I don't know if it's in certain culture or just in the UK, where I live in Hartlepool. But I think it's absolutely wrong. You can't just give people 50p a week for the rent. Because that is nowhere near the rent cost. It's nowhere absolutely near. You know, that'll only get them a smart price chocolate bar. And I'm not being ungrateful. It's pointless sending them. Like, time you do the paperwork, it costs 20p for the thingy. Then it costs 30p. Then it costs £1.50 to send us. So you're looking about £1.80. So they're only getting 20p out of at the end of the day at the time you've done it. So it's pointless wasting your breath on a letter. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it is. I'm sorry to be offended. It's absolutely a waste of money and paying 180 when you only give them 50p a week. So it's costing, say, if you send them in that letter in that week, it's costing you giving them 50p, but it's costing you more gums to do it. So that needs to stop. And, like, the way you should look at it into, like, helping get them into college, saying, look, you need to go off your backside, push them. And that's the way it should work. End of. Simple. But why we don't get good jobs, it's because there's too many England people who come in our country. No race offence or now like that. But it's just because they might be clever people and stuff like that. And I think it's wrong. And they do because they come over here. You know why? Because, like, certain cultures, like China, I think it's certain culture in it or something like that. Can't think, like Virgin, things like that. They go, oh, well, would you come, like, say if I'm sort of, like, I think it's wrong the way they do it, like, Oh, well, if you were Indian, oh, well, we'll use you as slaves. Oh, we should give you £3. No, they should get treated like the same. If they want to work hard, fair note on the dudes, right? Fair absolutely dude. But they shouldn't. I'm not sticking up for people like England. But people who can speak English steal my country, that's fair enough. They should get check backs and check rounds and get sent back to their own country. But they don't. You get a snake on the back of the van, and then we pay benefit tax. They're gonna have more sex, so they can keep making money off their kids. They probably have about 8 kids and they're probably raking in the money. That's where our money is going to. You need to think of that. It just sometimes, it will probably do with English people as well. English people might have 4 or 8 kids. So to do with same English people as well. Right? You need to look at that side. Stop paying money for child tax too much. Pay them a reasonable amount, like, right. They get, I'm simple, they get, for the child, they get, for that child, they get £20 for their food. Might sound silly, a mum, right? They get £25 for their clothes. And that's all they get. Sorry, £45 a month. End of. You need to look into things like that, and then that's how you save money. That's how you get round it, and try to get people back into it. He's arguing doing that, but you can't just cut people's money when they've got childs. You cannot absolutely do it. End of. Where's that child gonna go? Sleep on his mother's sofa, grand sofa, cry its eyes out every night, sleeping on the bus stop. Why should that child put up with shit? Because you have put them in dangerous. You are putting them in dangerous. You ain't going to put them in a vulnerable situation. They have to live under bus shelters. They have to live under cornet, or what you call it. I'll get my words out, but you know what I mean? Like, oh, for fuck's sake, guns, come on. Use your brains, woman. The last on the TV. I cannot stand their guts. She's saying, well, they've got every human rights. They should be over there. They should be in this. And they're all fighting over it. For fuck's sake, no. If you can't speak fucking English, fuck off out of my company and do one. End of. Send them back on the lorry and say, fucking do one. End of. Like Indian. I don't know where you go. Fuck off. Get back in your country. Sorry. Not illegal. Not funny. You can't not speak very good English. We shouldn't train you because that cost our more money. Just because they've been bombed and everything. I'm sorry. Not my problem. Why the fuck should we help them to escape war? They might fight to get out of war. But why should we let them in just because they're going through a bad time? We went through bad times. We went through war. But we're still standing on our own 2 feet. Just because they can't stand on their own 2 feet. And they can't fight their own country. Why should we put them in our country? Why should we put up with this shit? End of. And that's it. People who are not entitled of benefits, it's absolutely wrong. People who like putting it on like it's got bad backs, it's wrong. People like tending to be someone else, but they're not. They are themselves. So like they'll say, "Oh, we got a bad back." Tend to be the lad up the road when they should act themselves. I think I can do this so many, right? No, I can walk 50 miles and tell the fucking truth. End of. And the way we should do it, right? When you go through assessments, you can put them through machines. It sounds ridiculous. Or if you think of the cost-wise, do it this way. You should put everything on record. I know you do it over the phone, but you don't do it in the room when they go to nurse and get checks. And 10 times out of 10, you always get away with it. And I know now you're going a bit stricter, but you're picking on the wrong people. And I will not have it. Becomes people who are like Charles. Nah. Kids, homeless, come on, guns. Would you like it if I put your daughter or your grandson homeless, sleeping on a sofa, have to sleep to their ground. What if they don't have, they're infinite, they're grown, and then they get stressed, then they take drugs. When they get older, they might be homeless all their life, they might get stressed, or say use cutting back on benefits. They are in contradiction, they're in homeless, they're in one of them, they're in drinking heavy, they're in drug using, and then you say no and go, oh yeah, now because you were the one who put them in that situation in the first place. So you need, I don't know, come on, give you a kick in the backside yourself. It doesn't make no sense, like, oh, well, when technically you put them in the first place homeless, because technically you stopped their benefits. Like, people, if they don't do the job search, the cheeky back, then bang, what? Yeah, probably 10 hours out of 10 people don't do the job search, don't do stuff, end off. I'm not going to stick for this company. People don't do the job search, yeah, because they do fucking lazy. End of. I would love to work, but fortunately I can't work because I can only read and write little certain bits, and it's no excuse at all. I can't read and write certain bits. What is a scribble, a snap, easy. I would tell them to fuck off and things like that, and I would flip. If they said, right, hey, up, get a pack of buns, I would say, oh, fuck off, and you lose my temper. I might get the wrong buns, I might get a single bun, and do something stupid, because my head thinks of so many things, and then I bring it back of a pack of buns instead of a single bun, or if they want a pack of buns, I bring a single bun, do something stupid, so stupid, how can you get? And then, I can't cope, I can't manage it, and I ain't getting sacked, or I've tried volunteer before, and I've never worked in my life, I've volunteered, but it's never last 5 minutes. I've ended up walking out the job, to be really honest, and I can't work. I would love to work. I absolutely would love to work. I wish I did stuck in school, you know what, really did, but at the end of the day, it's nothing I can do about that now. It's history. There's other steps I could go to college, but I'm just a bit too lazy. I'm not going to lie about that, you know what I mean? What's the point of lying? Just do lazy. What it is, I have been to college, don't get me wrong, but I don't last 5 minutes in the class. I cause trouble, call people, get kicked out, to tell the truth. I get do distracted. I can't do, like, too many people in the room. I can only do one-to-one. We've tried one-to-one, and I get too restricted, so with too many hours. I'll then kick it off, like, I can't do this, like, concentrate, and go, and then I look out the window, and I think, oh, it's me mum okay, or me auntie okay. Or if I think something back in the past, or think something like, oh my shit, did I let that pass out? And I think of things, and then my head gets all miggled up, and I can't manage to work or volunteer. I've tried it, and it's unfortunately failed. It is quite sad, but that's what happens. At least I try to get up and try, but not like a lot of people don't. But yeah, just be careful, guns, because you're paying out stupid money on things what you don't need to do. Like Charles, they need the money in a sensible way, not too much. Like us, we do not need that amount of money. We might be ill, we might be really fucked ill, chopped legs, everything. But we shouldn't get thousands of pounds, like breaking into, like 2,000 and stuff like that. We shouldn't get that type of money. We should get enough money to live on, to pay our bills, not luxuries. And we have a dog. If we save that money ourselves, out of money saved from something, we had £100 left, we put £100 a month away, and then say if the dog was £1,000, he paid the grand, and then we would have to budget with the food. Turn up, because you worked hard, you saved up. Well, you're not worked hard, but you've pat yourself on the back and proved you showed yourself wrong how to save up, and you've learned how to do it and push yourself. And it's so hard to get back out, you know what I mean? It is quite hard, don't get me wrong. And it is for me, because I'm terrible for spending money, to be really honest. But, you know what I mean? It's, like you say, it's... but, yeah, it's quite sad, you know, when we have to pay our money. And I mean, people who are working, you know what I mean? It's not right for them when they have to pay 150 or 200 pounds. Well, how much of the tax they pay. It depends how many hours they work and what the job role is. blah blah blah. I don't understand that, but when they pay the tax, that bit, I think it's wrong when it goes to spread out like £10 or £5 or mere £1 or £2.50, may spread out. I'm gonna service this child learned for these bagheads, but it shouldn't be given to smackheads. People who don't need it, like smackheads, alcohols, people who tend to be put on a bad back, end of. They shouldn't be giving it. End of. Get a fucking grip, governments. That's all I need to say. Because I'm telling you now, in 2020, I reckon we'll be all homeless. You keep cracking on the ways are homeless, and don't help us to get into jobs and don't help us getting colour. Keep cracking on, though. Keep cracking. I meant governments.uk, where you can, whether he's based out, based out in Blackpool. Keep cracking on Blackpool, governments, people who are based in Blackpool, wherever he's based on. Keep cracking in Blackpool, and we are going to be homeless in 2020. Guarantee we'll all be homeless, we ain't shooting people, we'll then harming ourselves, we ain't going through a bad time. End of. So, keep cracking on, governments, that's all I've got to say.